Crystal skies, crowded places, lonely faces, howling wind. In those eyes, desperation, hesitation for the wind. Running from the darkness of the night, we'll be shining past the brightest light, just like gold, just like gold. Believing we can fly.
Yeah, so I'm not talking about this kind of injury, guys, a turf burn from a slide tackle. I'm talking more about the serious injuries, these two incisions right there. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hope your day's off to absolutely brilliant starts, or guten Morgen to say it here in Germany. Today's vlog, today's video is going to be centered around, based around injury prevention. I know, not a very entertaining topic to watch or listen to, but we're going to talk about it and discuss it nonetheless because nobody's talking about it on YouTube. I'm a player that's received a lot of injuries over the course of his playing career, more specifically college, but I'm not talking about strawberries or turf burns or cleat marks to the shin. I'm talking more about MCL, ACL tears, and broken bones and fractured bones, those sort of injuries. There are four main ways, or four in German, something like this I think, but four main ways to prevent injuries from occurring in the first place and stop injuries from ever happening, and we're going to talk about all those and a few more to begin today's video. So let's go ahead and begin! Alright, so injury prevention. Again, guys, not the most entertaining topic in the world, I get that, but I'll try to make it as entertaining and educational, inspirational. I don't know how you make injury prevention inspirational, but I'm going to do it nonetheless because that's what you guys deserve. But I'm going to talk about my own history first in regards to injuries because it's very long and very prolific. I feel like you guys can learn the most from my history in regards to injuries. So I guess starting off with high school, I wasn't very proactive in recovery whatsoever. I didn't care about taking an ice bath or stretching or foam rolling or overtraining. I was a person that always was just full throttle, go, 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 go. And that's good up until a certain point when your body starts to tell you that you need to rest. And I did not listen to my body. I just went and I did what I wanted to do. And that worked for the most part because I had no major injuries up until the point when I was a senior in high school. So what I did worked, but I was very fortunate and very lucky that I didn't sustain a major injury up until the point when I was a senior. At a game, I guess the spring season of my senior year, I got pushed from behind and went to brace myself during the fall and my forearm snapped like a twig. So I really think that was just due to overtraining because my bones and my muscles were just so overworked and so brittle and so weak because I was constantly abusing them and not allowing them to rest. So that first injury was just from overtraining in my opinion and not being properly educated in regards to recovery. So my first injury in college was actually my worst injury in college, go figure, freshman year. Not when it comes to rehab because I had longer rehabs than this one, but when it comes to pain, it was probably the worst injury. But playing Rutgers University, it was a home match. It was 1-0, it was a goal kick, it was a header, and I stood in the ground like a little and watched my opponent win the ball over me. And when he won the ball over me, he in turn kneed my abdominal region. And being a big, strong guy that I thought I was, I thought I had a strong core. But in turn, I had a very weak core. And having the force that he did need my abdominal region and having a weak core, he bruised my intestine. And having a bruised intestine is probably the worst pain you will ever experience. It's a continuous and constant stabbing feeling in your abs. And that feeling was going on for a few days, and it was by far the worst pain I've ever experienced. But if I had a strong core, that injury would not have happened. But moving on from that injury, same season, I had 2 concussions. Can't really do anything about those because you never know when someone's going to elbow you or headbutt you, but I had 2 concussions and a bruised intestine my freshman year. So after being hospitalized 3 times my first season playing college soccer, I transferred to Monmouth University where I effectively ended my season, my sophomore season, after tearing my meniscus. Not that bad of an injury, but when you've only had 2 concussions and a bruised intestine and a broken forearm, it's pretty bad. So I was out 3 months and that was the entire sophomore season, and I honestly think if I took more time to strengthen my joints and my knees and my lower body, that injury wouldn't happen. But I was more focused on upper body and just being a big strong dude, and I didn't care too much about my lower half. So again, if I had more thought and more care into my lower body, I think that injury wouldn't have happened. But after transferring to my 3rd school, I effectively effectively really ended my college career after fracturing my nose, tearing my hamstring, and fracturing my patella. So very, very long career when it comes to injuries, but a lot of those injuries wouldn't have happened if I took the time and thought and preparation to prepare myself before games and before matches in regard to injury prevention. And with that being said, that leads us to our 4 main points for today's video in regards to injury prevention and injury reduction. And those main points are stretching, nutrition, hydration, and rest. The first and most important point out of those 4 points is rest. Rest is by far the most beneficial, important factor you can contribute into your life in order to reduce and minimize injuries. I was a prime example of someone who overtrained back in the day. I would work out 3 times a day sometimes, and you guys don't need that. Yes, pain makes the body grow and pain makes the body develop, but the pain also is from your body telling you to stop working out. So know your body, know your limits, and use that knowledge to prevent injuries from happening in the future. Point number 2 is hydration, guys. Hydration is so important on so many different levels and factors and aspects. You can't comprehend how many things water affects in the body. But the main factor is that H2O affects the body as gas does the car. So if you guys are not adequately filled up throughout the day, you are honestly starving your body of your fuel, and you will shut down in the form of major and minor injuries. So make sure you are filled up and fueled up throughout the day in the form of hydration, in water, in whatever the heck you take, Gatorade, Powerade. Make sure you are constantly hydrated throughout the day in order to succeed and play well and perform well and stay invigorated and to prevent those injuries. Point number 3 is nutrition, guys. Now, why is nutrition important? Well, yes, it keeps you in good health and well-being, but also helps promote new muscle growth. It helps rejuvenate the body after a hard session, either in the gym or in the pitch. So make sure you guys are getting enough protein in either after your session or before your session to help repair those torn muscle fibers and help promote new muscle growth and also prevent injuries from happening in the first place. And point number 4, the last point of the day, guys, is stretching. If I was a lot more flexible, a lot more agile on my feet, I probably wouldn't have had all these injuries. So being tight, being sore contributed to a lot of muscle tears and a lot of muscle strains. So make sure you guys are stretching for at least 10-15 minutes a day. The more stretching you can do, the better, in my opinion. So those are the main 4 points I use in order to stay healthy and off the bench, off the sideline, out of rehab. There's a lot more than 4, but I thought there's 4 of the most important to talk about and discuss for today's video. But now it's time to move on to a different topic altogether, and that is the first workout of the day. Let's get it.
I've been moving kind of start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. and cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Guess I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back sometimes I won't, I feel good when I'm alone, leave me in the studio, daily self-discovery, holiday recovery, they love them instead of me, and still bad things, there's a lot of bad things. They wish and 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 she say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my cat and my snowboard, I'm sorry. 93, I even got it tatted on me. 2012, lady, y'all know feeling sorry. And you know me, without T there probably would be no me, dog. Holler back at me in 2023. Lying bitches up from the nosebleeds, yeah. God's plan, God's plan. I can't do this on my own, Here's to me and Team Thoreau, yeah. Holding down Colorado, staying true to 303, yeah. I hope one day Drake see me, yeah. Summer dropping my EP, and still bad things, there's a lot of bad